but the music hit, had the blunt still lit. Who the fuck driving home? So shady. Cause when the molly hit, I got to feel those hips, but my girlfriend keeps calling my phone. But fuck it, I'm not going home. Round by round we go, the Henny's in control. Round by round we go, come let me take control. Got the candles lit, had to change a bit, cause I'm feeling it, cause we own it. But my girl keeps calling my phone, but fuck it, I'm not coming home.
Welcome to the ArcheAge Action Report. I am Scrivian. I am no longer the lead of Critical Moment, as Critical Moment has merged into Catalyst, and we're happy to be there. I am a proud member of Catalyst, the guild on Trion server for ArcheAge, and I'm bringing you the ArcheAge Action Report for the week ending 8 February. Welcome everybody, and this will be an exciting, fun, lots of information and stuff to put out. Well, maybe it'll be exciting. It's exciting for me because I get to do the show and I like doing these shows. So here we go. Let's just jump into it. There was a live webcam from Trion this week, and they actually answered a lot of questions. They talked about healer gear. They talked to XL Games, and they approached a lot of the issues that have been going on, balancing sieges. We're hoping that we get the balances that the Koreans have in patch 1.8, which we know we won't be getting until later this year. They kind of laid out the entire, their rough schedule plan, so we have an idea when things are going to be coming in. They launched a new event and a bunch of other stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and get into some of these things. Let's start with what's the schedule for ArcheAge. We now have a general, and this is a very general, as we know, working with game developers and producers, that is a fuzzy schedule written in clay or mud, so it's not written in stone or anything, but they're giving us the target dates. We know now that the 55 patch is planned for around the 1st of March, or at least in March, but they're looking for the 1st or beginning of March, that first week. And so that's when we're going to have Diamond Shores, the library, and the 55 content open up. 2 months after that, which is about the beginning of May, we'll have patch 1.7 part 1, which is looks like it's going to be ships customization. That's their plan right now, so we'll get into all the shipping customizations, getting the patterns, getting the things that you need. Like, for instance, if you haven't looked at the patterns, you need lots of star shard ingots and crystal stabilizers and charcoal stabilizers and rock salt stabilizers and all kinds of things like that you need to put in. So start hoarding them now if you want to upgrade your ship. A bunch of other stuff, of course, you need lumber and iron and blah, 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 a bunch of other stuff. So that's coming in May. Then part 2 of 1.7, which will be the Leviathan encounter, will be coming in the beginning of July. They're timing for aiming for every 2 months. And they said about 2 more months after that, be aiming for 1.8. I anticipate they'll probably do what they did for 1.7, which is 1.8 is the housing upgrade and some other stuff, opening some new areas, which we should see as well. Or maybe that's 1.7 opens the areas. But 1.8, they may break that. If they break that into 2 parts, you'll see the first part in September, second part in November, or we'll see it all in September. And then by that time, Korean version will probably be up to 1.9 and moving on. There's a lot of other stuff coming into the game. So that's kind of a rough timeline of where we're going and what it looks like right now. The event that they added in, of course, this week is Valentine's Day. So everyone, don't forget Valentine's Day. Step away from the computer, unless your life is all into the computer. But step away from the computer, go to the store, get some flowers, get some candy, get something. Write a card, write a handwritten note, napkin. They say, my buddy Scrivian said, do this. Happy Valentine's Day on a napkin. I wrote you this. You put some effort into it, and you'll take care of it, and your significant other will be happy. Be it a guy, a girl, guys, girls, guys and guys, whatever. So those kinds of things, or girls and girls. So those kinds of things make them happy. Valentine's Day, treat them well. And have that all other good stuff that goes along with that. The Valentine's Day event in the game. Now, if you're into the game and you have your love interest, like the big love thing we have going on here, that they like to in public fight. We have Jexodus and Demosthenes, who are their buddies, and they swear at each other and they curse and they belittle each other. We know what's going on. I saw that Jex has his house up. It's up in Heedmar, and he's already got the love table, and he's got the placard on the table that says Jex. And then he's got the other placard that says Demos. So I know they're going to be sitting at the love table. They're going to be discussing it. We may see some hearts fly back and forth, and we may see some other stuff going on. I'm just saying. That's in the game, and now other people can do that. You have that RP, basically the love table. You talk across the table, emotes come up, kisses and hearts and all kinds of stuff like that. You also got a cute little cat pet. Not personally into those kinds of pets, but they have the pet, and as you level it up, it learns a bunch of different emotes. You can use it for combat, but it doesn't really do much. Its attack, I think, is throwing candy at other pets or players or whatever the hell he's fighting. There's that, and of course there's the Lonely Island rowboat, which again, role players, you want to be Captain Jack Sparrow. You've got the cask of rum. I heard rumor that it's a stealth rowboat. It does not actually show up on radar, so I mean that's something to check out if you're going to do that sneak that one pack up to Friedrich. I mean, it's a long roll. It goes 6 meters a second. I think somebody said 6.1 meters a second. Probably there's a way to boost or whatever. You can go up to wherever you want to sneak that pack into port without being detected by somebody sitting there with a galleon. Of course, when they see you, they're going to see you, and that's going to be it. So those things are there. Now, back to the beginning. I said I am no longer the guild leader of Critical Moment. Critical Moment, we made the decision, talked to the leadership team, who basically everyone disappeared, so it was just me, and then I started talking to Skokie, and he was helping me out a lot, and we discussed it, and then we talked to a couple people in the guild, and we presented to the guild real quick, and I know it was kind of a one-sided presenting by the time, because we had already gone through this when we were talking about Meowcenaries, and we said, hey, this is what we're going to do, we're looking at Catalyst. I talked to Cherokee, sounds like a good guy, good group, the guild looks fun, they're pro-green, pro-east, non-jumping, non-purpling, having fun, kill the Kraken, kill Rangora, do all this fun stuff, PvP, siege, castles, blah, blah, blah. And it sounded like a lot of fun and a lot of stuff that we wanted to do. They were a much bigger guild. They had about 50. They said about 50 a night on. So we said, hey, you know what? We're just going to bite the bullet. We're just going to go. We're just going to go. Critical Moment, I think most of the people looking to do Serpentis or whatever else, farmers, everyone, we just kind of stepped over. I think there's a few holding out as they wait to decide what they're going to do, even if they're going to even stay with the game. Moved across into Cataclysm, from Critical Moment into, not Cataclysm, I'm thinking World of Warcraft, wow. Into Catalyst. And so we stepped out of, and you saw the intro, I just made that intro. I spent a couple hours doing that. Into Catalyst, and we joined them, and the first night we were in there, we're like, oh, what is it going to be like? Meeting new people, merging in, not forming cliques, and blah, blah, blah. And so far, the transition has been fantastic. Thank you to Rain and Snowtail, and Nyx for tanking Serpentis for us a couple of times, or a bunch of times, and everyone else who's made us feel welcome. We feel like we are members of the guild. We appreciate it. We don't want to be known as the Critical Moment people who came in anymore. We are part of Catalyst, and so that's what we want to feel. Good feedback I've gotten from the people who did come over from Critical Moment is that most people, or if not everyone, is pretty happy with the transition, and they like everything that's going on, how there's always a lot of activity, whether it's PvE, PvP, and so we're having a blast. I mean, for instance, the first night we joined, we got in there, we downed Rangora, we downed Hanur up in Hasla, and then we went and completed a Serpentis run. The next night, downed Rangora, and went and prevented Zumba from doing a Kraken kill. Next night, we went up there to do a Kraken kill after a server reset, and we spent a couple hours working on tank tactics and healing tactics and getting everyone in position and working with Revive, and it was great. And we saw, of course, we saw that the Alacrity has now become mercenaries, and so they're for the hire, and we don't know what's going on. We don't know yet. They're doing something. Just watch your back if you're around Alacrity. So it was great. It was working on our relationship between Catalyst and Revive, and working on tactics with the Kraken and responding. We've done some PvP in Hasla. It looked like we were going to get pushed out by Knights of Justice. I think it was Knights of Justice, who had us outnumbered, and we didn't. We lost people, we fell back a little bit, and then boom, regrouped, coordinated, moved in, fought, and it was fantastic. Great PvP. So, we've done that Rangora a couple times this week. As I said, Serpentis is almost around the clock. It's like we used to do in Critical Moment. It was all, running GHA all the time to get people here. It's the same thing for Serpentis now. I know that Catalyst, we've also got a bunch of groups that are out doing Sea of Drowned Love, 5-man. I don't know that they're doing 10-man, or that we are doing the 10-man yet. But they're hitting the 5-man. It's pretty hard getting those the Seafoam essences or those kinds of things. So it's been a great week in ArcheAge. There's lots of fun stuff coming on. More coming up. We'll get a guild crest coming out soon. The website's coming out soon. I was able to preview the application form, which is going to be up for the website, and it looks pretty good. Working on functionality, and it's exciting again to be involved in a guild that is establishing itself, establishing a name for itself, setting a reputation, and then moving forward and getting all those things created, like guild crests and cloaks and capes and shields and all the other fun stuff that we have. So again, thank you for welcoming us from Critical Moment into Catalyst. We look forward to it. We are all Catalyst now. Everything's Catalyst. This is the A3R. It is from Catalyst. And so we appreciate it. We hope everyone has a great week in gaming. I look forward to seeing you all. And if there are changes, I will work with the leadership of Catalyst to see what they want to do, if there's anything they want to do with this show. And that's where we're going to go. Everyone have a great week gaming. I will see you in ArcheAge. Bye.
So it been time to roll, but the music hit, had the blunt still lit. Who the fuck driving home? So shady. Cause when the molly hit, I got to feel those hips, but my girlfriend keeps calling my phone. But fuck it, I'm not going home. Round by round we go, the Henny's in control. Round by round we go, Come let me take control. Got the candles lit,